You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, new details expected in the death of a Gwinnett County teenager. The latest on the investigation and what we know about this announcement.
Uncovering Atlanta's black history. This black political leader broke barriers and helped build new Atlanta, but doesn't get much recognition. How a new project is changing that.
Hopefully you are enjoying these warmer temperatures. In fact, it's going to continue to warm up. We're going to see record-breaking, or at least flirting with record-breaking temperatures today and tomorrow. More details on that coming up.
In just a few hours, we could learn more about a Gwinnett County teen found dead months after she first disappeared.
Ariana Manise is following the latest on Susana Morales' case live in Gwinnett County.
We're hours away from learning where Gwinnett County police stand in their investigation into the death of 16-year-old Susana Morales. As you can imagine, this is an update that her family hopes will shed light into what happened to their loved one. But when we reached out to her family, they told us Gwinnett County police did not tell them this news conference was taking place until 11 Alive told them. Now, Morales was last seen July 26 earlier this month. Her body was found near the Gwinnett-Brewer County line. There are still unanswered questions about how the teen died, but police have arrested former Doraville police officer Miles Bryant in connection to her death. Meanwhile, as police work through this investigation, the teen's family is remembering her as a young lady with a bright future. This news conference is expected to take place at 11 a.m., and you can expect 11 Alive to bring you the updates on air as well as online. Back to you.
Continuing with your 11 minutes of nonstop news right now, police in Peachtree City say they are working their first murder case of the year.
A 15-year-old girl was found dead inside her home, and police say her mother is the one who woke up and found her. As of this morning, investigators haven't released details about the cause of her death or suspects. It happened at the Green Braylon off Peachtree Circle Station. Police say the teenager did have a head injury and that the girl's mother and one other person were inside that apartment.
We're also following the latest from the YSL RICO trial. The attorney for one of the defendants, Jaden Merrick, has filed a motion seeking a mistrial. It comes after a video started trending on social media. The motion does not detail what's in it. His attorney says it is a violation of his Sixth Amendment right. Merrick is already serving a life sentence for murder and other charges.
The Atlanta Hawks have to find a new head coach. Now, former coach Nate McMillan has been fired. McMillan had been with the Hawks since 2020, was named interim head coach in March of 2021. An assistant coach will take over for now.
New this morning, great news for film buffs. The Terra Theater is reopening after more than 50 years on Cheshire Bridge Road. Terra closed back in November, but at last night's Atlanta Jewish Film Festival, the executive director of the Atlanta Film Society announced that it would reopen. We're expecting more details on that soon. And that was a look at your top headlines.
A warm day coming our way, Chesley.
Absolutely. We do have the clouds in place right now. No rain coming out of those clouds. We don't expect to see much rain today. We'll give it about a 20% chance. It can break out at any time, another isolated shower or two. So make sure you just have the umbrella handy, maybe in the back seat, just in case you need to grab that if you get out of the car and the shower develops over your area. Temperature wise, we're in the 60s starting off this morning. It's very mild out there. You got 63 degrees down toward McDonough and Locust Grove in southern Henry County. 62 Fayetteville, Chattahoochee Hills, you're at 63 degrees. 61 in Powder Springs, 63 over toward Dallas. You're right at 60 in Ackworth, 60 also in Temple, right along I-20 there. 62 degrees in Tucker, 64 at the Fulton County Airport, Roswell at 62 this morning. So mild start. Very warm afternoon. 78 will be afternoon high temperature. Slight chance. It's a 20% chance for an isolated shower. So understand, maybe just a sweater. You'll be fine. But again, carry the umbrella just in case you get hit by one of those showers. We stand a chance to tie or break a record for the next couple of days. Today, our forecast high is 78. 79 is the record. Coming close. 80 is our forecast high for tomorrow. 79 still the record for your Thursday. So stand a better chance to break that record on Thursday. Both days will depend on how much sunshine we get to break out from between those clouds once we get to the afternoon. The rain threat goes up tomorrow. We go from a 20% chance today to a 30% chance for showers, scattered showers on Thursday. And I think it starts in the morning, will last through early afternoon. Friday the same, Saturday the same, down to a 20% chance for the rain as we head into Sunday. Our temperatures will start to cool off as well as we head into the weekend, thanks to a front that's going to come through late Thursday going into Friday. There's that 20% chance. All right, very isolated, but notice it's around 10:30. By the time we get to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of that goes away. Even the clouds start to break up just a little bit. That'll be brief as well because those clouds will come right back to us through the overnight going into Thursday morning. We'll have a few scattered showers around during the morning into early afternoon, and then things will briefly subside before more clouds come back. It's like a pattern. Clouds come back to us on Friday morning. We'll have a few scattered showers around. They will linger into the afternoon as well. Notice the temperatures go down by Friday, near 70 for the high temperature. We'll be looking at the 60s by the time we get to Saturday, but we'll rebound nicely as we head into Sunday with temperatures back into the mid-70s.
In Clayton County, there are more than a dozen roads named after Confederate figures.
A proposal to try to change that just failed to get enough support to move forward. 11 Live's Christy Diaz is joining us in studio. Christy, it got a lot of attention, but it didn't get a lot of traction.
No, it was surprisingly silent. The measure was introduced at last night's meeting, but it died when no one seconded the motion for a vote. Take a listen.
All right, is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there a second? All right, it dies due to the lack of a second.
Yeah, no one said a thing. The plan was to rename 14 streets named after Confederate Army generals. All are in the streets of a neighborhood off of Terra Boulevard, just outside of the Jonesboro city limits. This idea was initiated by a high school student who said it was hard to look at the names of people who wanted to make him a slave when he walked through his own neighborhood. The proposal would have changed all of these street names. The plan was to rename them for colleges and universities in Georgia, including several of the state's HBCUs. For example, Stonewall Jackson Drive would become Morehouse Drive, Robert E. Lee Parkway would become University Parkway, and Jeb Stuart Drive would become UGA Drive, just to name a few. We have the full list online. The community held several meetings about renaming the streets, and it appeared there was plenty of support. So the big question remaining now is why it got shot down. We'll be looking into that and what the commissioner plans to do next. Cheryl.
Christy, thank you. This Black History Month, we're recognizing Black leaders who have helped shape and build our city. Marvin Arrington Sr. has been a fixture in Atlanta politics since the 1960s. He's 82, was a longtime city council president and judge, but is one of the least recognized founding fathers of New Atlanta. A new documentary is helping to change that. I talked with the filmmaker and Arrington's son.
He was first elected in 1968 after the assassination of Dr. King. So his election was a way to be involved in civil rights.
You know, oftentimes when you do documentaries on an impactful trailblazers, it's usually after the fact. To be able to do this documentary while Marvin Arrington Sr. is still with us resonates even greater, that we can give them their flowers.
Love that. Bowlegs is the film, and you can watch it on all streaming platforms now. Chesley?
Going out this afternoon to help celebrate a birthday or two, you're looking at mild temperatures. Temperatures in the 60s around noon. We'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies. Chance for a shower is very low today. It's a 20% chance, but you could get hit, so carry the umbrella with you. 78 degrees for the afternoon high. We'll hit that between 3 and 4 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, we'll drop back down to 72 degrees. Yep, and then we're going to do it again for tomorrow. In fact, we're expecting our temperature to get up to near 80 for a high temperature tomorrow. That rain chance goes up slightly. We're looking at 30% chance of rain Friday, Saturday, goes down a little bit on Sunday, and then back up again on Monday.
Grande iced latte, double foam, and a shot of olive oil. New this morning, Starbucks launching a new line of drinks made with a spoonful of EVOO. You can't just have one. Right now, Starbucks says the drinks will eventually go global sometime this year. Not too sure about that.
Hey, before we say goodbye, happy birthday to a bright light in our lives. Aisha Howard, we love you so much. You're a beautiful friend, and you make every morning so much better.
Thank you so much. We actually love each other, guys. This is great.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Let's put on our bonnets and get Slurpees.
Yay!